I've got a mix of paranormal activity and death-defying situations for you, so let's get into it. Hello everybody, I'm your host Woody, and today we're going to be taking a look at 10 more scary GoPro recordings nobody should ever see. Number 10, forest robbery. Let's start off with one outside of the realm of the paranormal, but still inside the realm of the terrifying. This biker was going down a trail on a beautiful day when suddenly a man can be seen appearing from the trees and bushes. The man runs up to the biker, revealing that he is armed. Two more men then join him from the trees and they rob the man, stealing his wallet, bike, car keys, and more. I can't imagine how terrifying this scenario must be when there is clearly no one else close by who can help you, and there is truly nothing you can really do. While the men are robbing him, one even looks directly into the GoPro camera that the biker is wearing on his head, but seems to not realize what it is, leaving after telling the man to walk away with his hands up. Thanks to the GoPro not being stolen, it was handed in as evidence and all three men were able to be identified and arrested, though I can imagine the biker probably never goes down that same path. Number 9, Ontario Bigfoot. This one comes from my home province of Ontario, and the clip has been featured on a few different shows about unidentified creatures and cryptids. This couple was driving down the road and they had a GoPro camera attached to the back of their car, pointing towards the side of the road and trees. They didn't seem to realize at the time that while they were driving, they caught footage of something incredibly mysterious. Watching the footage back, you can see a large dark creature standing at the side of the road. While it does appear to have 2 legs, 2 arms, and a head, its shape is not entirely humanoid, looking more like a large gorilla standing in the bushes. Many people believe that this couple managed to capture video evidence of a Bigfoot in Canada. While some people think that this may be a hoax because of the fact that the creature doesn't appear to move, saying it could just be a mannequin, others fully believe that this is real evidence of Bigfoot. So what do you think? Number 8, skier falls. To me, this is one of the most terrifying videos on this list. The full video is around 16 minutes long and shows the ordeal of a skier on a mountain. He is with a group and they appear to turn around to head in a different direction. When he moves, however, the soft snow falls away to reveal a crevasse underneath him, and he falls in. Watching the footage is terrifying as you can see the dark depths of the ravine and the struggle that the skier goes through to try and hold on. I truly can't imagine how I would react in that situation. As he moves around, he actually falls lower, looking up towards the light and yelling out to alert his companions to the fact that he is no longer with them. As he tries to climb his way out and prevent himself from falling any deeper, you can finally see one of the other skiers lean their head over the opening of the crack. They're able to drop a rope and assist him in climbing out, and a helicopter picked them up shortly after. Number 7, police clearing. This video comes from Reddit and is the footage of a Brazilian police officer that they had originally posted on Twitter. The group of officers are clearing through what appears to be an abandoned asylum or other large dilapidated building. As they're walking through, they come across a door that is acting incredibly out of the ordinary. The door is swinging back and forth wildly, hanging off of its hinges as it swings in the empty air. There doesn't appear to be any reasonable explanation for this, and even the police officers in the video are shocked and appear to try and figure out what's going on. There doesn't seem to be any significant wind that would be pushing the door, and definitely not in the way it is going in 2 different directions at the same speed. Also, due to the fact that the area is open, there is seemingly no way that changes in air pressure would be causing the door to move like that. The police officers eventually decide to get the heck out of there, leaving the door behind them with no explanation of what was happening. Number 6, shark attack. This one is another one to add to the list of situations that I have nightmares about. This one comes from a group of scuba divers who were going spear fishing, and one of them is equipped with a GoPro to film their exploits. They head off in their own different directions, and the diver finally reaches the sea floor, looking around for any fish. The water is incredibly dark and murky, and you really can't see very far ahead of you. So when he looks up, a great white shark suddenly appears as if out of nowhere out of the murky water, heading right towards him. He thinks quickly, sticking out his spear to keep the shark away as it tries to turn back and come at him again. Once the shark is far enough away, the diver resurfaces, seeing that their boat isn't that far. He yells out to his friends in warning, telling them that the shark is nearby and to obviously try and avoid it. I think the scariest part of this video is how the shark appears like a jump scare, giving the diver only a split second to figure out what to do. Number 5, kitchen poltergeist. This video is one of many that that comes from a YouTube channel that is known for their alleged poltergeist that resides inside their home. They often post videos that they have filmed that seem to show evidence of the restless spirit disrupting things within their home. This video in particular was filmed by a GoPro that they put on a turntable high up on a shelf to record the entirety of their kitchen overnight. In the video footage, there are three main things that you can see. The first appears to be an oven door opening slowly, followed by the main door opening and then a chair falling backwards and crashing into the floor. There doesn't appear to be anything set up in the footage that would have made it obvious that this was faked. No strings or anyone else that can be seen in the room. While some people believe that videos like this are faked, it's hard to prove, so if you don't think it's real, let me know why down below. Number 4. Bear chase. Most of us know of the infamous faked GoPro bear chase video that seemed to fool a lot of people. A massive bear seeming to chase behind a biker on a trail. Instead of showing you that one and trying to pass it off as real, I am going to show you a genuine bear encounter GoPro video. This one comes from a man and his cousin that were mountain biking down a trail in the woods. He gets a bit far ahead of his cousin, so he stops to allow him to catch up, when all of a sudden he hears a sound beside him and turns to see a bear running down the hill towards him. He reacts so quickly that you really need to stop and pause the video to even see it. He starts cycling down the hill but crashes, turning around and likely expecting to see the bear right on top of him. Instead, it changes direction and starts heading towards his cousin, but it eventually backs off. You can see in the video that this is actually a mother bear with her cub, and that's likely why she acted so aggressively. Fortunately, both the bikers were okay. Number 3. Stucky's ghost. This paranormal interaction is short but incredibly unsettling. It comes from a YouTuber named Nomadic Fanatic who travels across the country in his RV, documenting his journey on camera. He becomes lost at a dead end with a bridge and realizes that he is at a location with a haunted history. Stucky's Bridge, which is located in Mississippi, is apparently home to a ghost. A man named Stucky would stand outside at night and lead lost travelers to his inn, where he would then kill them and toss them over the side of the bridge. Stucky's crimes were discovered, and as punishment they killed him over the side of the very same bridge. They say that if you are standing there and hear a splash in the water, it's Stucky's ghost. Nomadic Fanatic is talking about the graffiti on the bridge when he suddenly hears a loud splash. He immediately reacts, looking around him and trying to see if there was anyone or anything around that could have made the sound, but he's clearly all alone. He decides not to stick around and see what Stucky might have to say, and instead runs off the bridge back to his camper. Smart choice. Number 2. Dog cam. As I mentioned in the last video, one incredibly popular use for GoPro cameras is strapping them to the back of your dog to see their point of view. That's what one couple did when they left their dog alone in the house so they could see what he was getting up to. When they watched back the footage though, they started to believe that their house may be haunted. Throughout the video, you can see the dog being startled despite us not being able to hear or see anything there. There are also strange sounds that can be heard that make it seem like someone else is in the home, even though the only living being inside is the dog. The dog never seems to be able to calm down, constantly wandering around the house and following after things that we can't see. Eventually, the couple returns home and the dog appears to even try and make a run for it out the door before excitedly greeting his parents. Many people believe that animals are able to see ghosts and spirits that we cannot, and this may be evidence of that. Number 1. Plane crash. This one is absolutely terrifying to watch, especially if you are afraid of heights. In this scenario, there were two different airplanes that were loaded with skydivers, flying over waiting to get to their drop zone. Skydivers are often equipped with GoPros to record these stunning heights and views, so there are actually multiple angles of what happened. One plane gets too close and crashes into the other, the wing of one plane bursting into flames. As a result, the skydivers are panicked and have to quickly jump out, one being jostled around and getting hung up on the door before he's finally able to jump himself. Thankfully, they were all equipped with parachutes and were able to make their way safely to the ground. One of the planes was destroyed, but the other was able to land at a nearby runway. The idea of being surrounded by flames and having to jump out of a shaking airplane is absolutely terrifying, even if you were already planning on jumping out of it in the first place. Thank you guys for watching. That was 10 scary GoPro recordings no one should ever see, even though we just showed them to you. If you enjoyed this video, then feel free to like and subscribe and check out some more of our stuff. I've been your host Woody. Join us next time for more lists and scary things.